Hold up. Since we're officially dealing with old style Anon, we need to pull out the old soundtrack for this, because I was wondering if they were going to pull this shit, and apparently we're going to pull this fucking shit. What a weird thing to include in the chapter where these two fucking admit love to each other and start making out. All I'm saying is, man, you're allowed to let shit breathe. Anyway, where did I put my OST? I know what song I'm looking for. No, 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 no. There we go. Hold your horses, man. It's gonna be great in a minute. Car ride was eventful, though. Liz kept throwing back excited looks in the rearview mirror. I made each one with a frown, but doesn't stop her. At some point, Olivia reached for my hands and her fingers intertwined without even looking. Her hand is a cooling, scale thing. I thought she was warm, soothing and feeding off of my warmth at the same time. She can have that, though. Feeling warm all of a sudden, otherwise. The car ride is definitely a thing I remember. No, that's is the last thing I definitely remember. No, that's a lie. I remember getting out of the car and reeling Olivia onto the campus and into the building. Then seeing my face plastered in so many places with so many anime women that it's like a kaleidoscope of loserdom. It's like everyone is a million miles away as people start jeering and mocking me. As my world crumbles, I can't help but look to every single poster. And I got doxxed! So many different sizes plastered all across the interior of the entryway. I think I can hear Olivia yelling too! Something about walking away with her. But the crowd surrounding us hardly makes that an option. I can feel them throwing things, pelting me. So it's like, honestly, Sintime and I always gave the impression they weren't like this. So it's kind of weird we're going this way. Whatever. I'm not feeling it. This isn't happening. Not to me. Not again. If I was in school, there would be air. So why can't I breathe? Is this a panic attack? Is this what I made fun of for people all those times? My vision narrows exponentially, first to pinholes that can only flit from post to post, then nothing. Total darkness. That's where my memory ends. But the darkness doesn't leave when my memory returns. All there is my own ragged breathing and racing heart. I pick up my head to look around, but the darkness clings to every corner of my vision. Did I go blind from stress? I hear a muffled voice through a nearby wall and strain to capture its words. It's completely unintelligible, but it's a Yatakan, all right. The dark room, then? Olivia? There's no response. However I got here, she didn't follow. It's probably for the best. I'm social cyanide now. She already was, so you're not going to make that worse. I checked my phone, even the dim light screen blinding me before adjusting. It's 9:42 a.m. near the end of the first period. Good shitpost now, but I'll get my mind off this bullshit. Should it? I personally prefer the idea that Anon... Yeah, please. Yes! Yes! I've been waiting for this fucking scene to happen. So long. No one has the fucking guts to just say that Anon's shitposting is kind of a bad thing to do for someone who has the emotional wherewithal now. I navigate to the usual Flemish pickling forums, keen to verbally brutalize some retard, but lose heart instantly. I can't bring myself to insult even what I normally consider an easy target. Feels like it's something scooped out of me, nothing can fix it, so I try to feel the whole subjects are trivial. So I just sit in the darkness, trying this breathing exercise again. Try to empty my mind. It doesn't work, but the act keeps me preoccupied. Eventually, I hear Yatakan dismisses first class. There's a mood of shuffling of exiting students subside. I expect him to come and, I don't know, ask what I'm doing, but he doesn't. So I wait minutes on end till they have the next class entering. And a light knock at the door. A freeze. I'm not even breathing, much less answering or moving to open myself. A key inserted into the knob, and the door slowly swings open with just a touch. I recede from the encroaching light. I don't even want to exist. I hardly want to be seen now. A short shadow blocks the light before Olivia slowly rolls in and looks around. I see Yatakan saying to Lofos, I'll come in during lunch break. She nods to her with a somber smile before looking into the darkness. Anon. I stay silent for a beat, but realize I might as well admit I'm here. Yeah. Olivia doesn't ask any more questions. It simply finishes rolling in and closes the door behind herself. Where exactly are you? The stuttering reminds me of how frazzled the blackout had made her. Why come here? Why leave the lights off? I answer wordlessly by flicking my phone screen on and dangling the light towards the ground. Let's put ourselves a do I want to go with... You can't... No, these are all a little too... Oh, we're actually already in, like, the quiet moment, right? I guess I should have played the other one first. Oh, well. Well, I want to use some of the sadder songs, too. This or Golden Feather? Gold Feather. No, this is more, like, emotional. We're gonna go with Light Bulb. I answer wordlessly by flicking my phone screen on and angling the light towards the car. You don't have to say it's wordlessly if you're just going to describe actions. I hear her start and stop multiple times. She makes her way towards me. No doubt feeling forward and around to avoid clattering into any of the stations around us. When I finally see a wheelchair, I lock my screen again and place it somewhere else. My hands quickly find my arm and trail down to grab my hands with both of hers. She consolingly rubs her thumbs over the back of my hand without trying to say anything. What do you mean trying to say? She just doesn't say anything without saying anything. It's so weird to emphasize the trying. The back of my throat constricts. My eyes burn as I hold back the tears. It's really over now. It's just like in rock bottom. No peace from here on out. I've got Olivia on the crossfire to worry about. We stay like that, hand clasped over mine in the dark for a long while. Long enough that second period comes and goes. Yadakan tentatively knocks before opening the door fully, blinding us in an instant. Well then. His eyes... Wait, I can only nod. Even that threatens to send me over the edge. Come along, Anon. Time we see Scalar. He sees me hesitate. Why is there a comma there? Why would you break up your text like this? No one will bother you with it, each at your side. They're gossipy little animals, but they know that would go. But they know how that would go over. And not slipping around humbly over Olivia as a shaft. I can come too. It's admirable, but this is best handled by us alone. Don't either of you go thinking that you did anything wrong. Mia tried to hurt you, and we'll make sure it reflects right back onto her. She's crestfallen, but ultimately nods as we take our leave. I can't bear myself to look back at her. I just want today to be over. Two students snicker and sneer as we pass by, but several harsh gazes from Yadakan set the hallway silent as we speak. It's a dream as I walk with cotton over my ear, between my ears. Between your ears? Like in your ears, right? Where's it your brain that's fuzzy? It hardly feels real, save for the fact that I know there isn't any waking up from it. Mrs. Scalar... is it Mrs. Scalar? She married? Never brought up. Guess it's a little cute background detail then. Mrs. Scalar has her fingers tented before me. Fucking Ben already sat before her, no doubt prepping his mental gymnastics. Oh, hello, Anon. There's no hostility to his voice, but that pisses me off more. He gets the message from my glare and keeps his eyes forward. So take the father's seat from him. The Yadakan seat's between us, a final empty chair beside Ben. Yeah, that's how that fucking works, man. We all sit in silence, the tension heightening the ticking of the clock to deafening levels. Yadakan reassures me with a pat on the back and crosses one leg over the other to wait. Apparently the volume is fine. It's, as I thought. Although I'm now busting my ears out. Careful with that, Seffi. When Mia finally enters, the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. She sits down without a word. Mrs. Scalar breathes deep and opens her eyes, slowly shifting the papers across her deck. Miss Moretti. Oh yes, Mrs. Scalar? The honorific rolls off her tongue venomously. Principal! Everyone calls her Principal! I think it's time we address an incident from a few weeks ago back, finally. Put the finally somewhere earlier in that sentence, Jesus. Your destruction of school property during your tantrum. I honestly, listen, I do feel that, for all the shit I've given this guy, I do think this is an appropriate place to put this. Like, a lot of people are kind of annoyed that we never got Yadakan's input, despite it being like like, I guess it kind of fits into Yadakan's thing of, like, you shouldn't wait on things, like, eat the crow while it's young and tender, do it now, you don't have tomorrow, etc., etc. So, hey, fair enough. We're actually living up to that, to some extent. Ben hops to a defense immediately. I get it, but... Principal Scalar, I'm sure if we just hear out both sides, we can clear this misunderstanding. I like how we describe where everyone else sits, but where does Mia sit? Who fucking knows? Oh no, a final empty chair. Oh, that's what he's trying to say. Ugh. You should probably make that a separate sentence, just for, like, emphasis. Actually, it's between us, and there is a final empty chair beside Ben. Because this kind of makes it sound like he's sitting on that chair. I'm just saying. That's why sometimes you can't ignore the linking words, even if it's as simple as and. Fucking really, dude! My voice quakes with anger, sadness, thoughts that don't fucking include it. Scaler shoots me to his room will open, that's a slack. Mr. McKnight, how many times have you been over this situation over the years? I'm sorry? He's taken aback, eyes widening with how quickly the narrative slips from his fingers. I have a handwritten testimony from Mr. Yadakan that Mia pursued Mr. Moose and Mrs. Halford in a rage, destroying everything in her wake. She places a pair of reading glasses on and flips the sheet over. In the same document I have here mentioned certain explicit materials Mrs. Moretti had admitted to having possession of. The very ones across our school this morning. To my understanding, it was placed in a non-essential pile in the office. Well, with the recent audit, I suppose someone thought it would wait. Ben was already sweating, and Mia's hostage gaze hardly helped it. Oh! Oh, Ben fucked with the paperwork. Oh, that's a nice detail. I like that. Yeah! Are we getting a redemption arc? I hope so. I'd love to be proven wrong, because then I didn't waste my fucking time, and I want, you know? I'd rather come out the loser and everyone wins than nobody wins, you know? That sounds so weird. I'd rather have the author win and I lose than that everyone loses, you know? Mrs. Scaler. Mia also has a... Wait. And before the audit, when other incidents concerning Miss Moretti found themselves in that pile? Ben has no answer for that. He pales as he continues. We have testimony of 2 other students with clean records corroborated by one of our institution's most cherished instructors, Mrs. Scaler. Mia also has a clean record, and we both know what's wrong with that sentence, Benjamin. It's only true on paper. I'm willing to hear you out, Mrs. Moretti, but Ben cannot speak on your behalf, not this time. Once again, Mia's iris, concentrated on Ben of all people, only hangs his head in shame. I simply wanted to talk to my good friend Olivia. When Anon interrupted, he thought it was a resident of all things. So he flashed me with his camera and I stumbled through the halls after him. I was angry, sure, but it wouldn't be. But I didn't hurt anyone. I certainly didn't have any photographs. Why? Who's to say Anon himself didn't put him up? Lying bitch. Honestly, why is she mentioning the Flash? Couldn't she just say he had pocket sand? That's way more incriminating. Anon just threw fucking sand in my face. That's way worse than him flashing you with a camera. Like, one is actual assault. The other one is assault in some contexts. Holy shit. Why are we sticking to the script on this? Ugh, deducting a point. You're on a good path, but your shaky decision-making process is getting in the way. So that's your story? Yeah, this was all a misunderstanding. One I'm sure Anna would love to clear up to save us all the trouble. Oh man, it's the ending swap, and we're doing with the Yadakon here. I opened my mouth to a short retort, not sure which way I'll even go. When the Yadakon places a hand before me, he straightens his suit's jacket and says matter-of-factly, Mrs. Scaler, the incident report I personally delivered that day... Wait. The incident report I personally delivered the day it occurred is as factual as it gets. While I did not see the events preceding, I know I had to scare Miss Moretti away with the Estes protocol to save my students from her wrath. I would easily stake my own name on the validity of their recounting. Ignoring her behavior following, this speaks of a pattern of behavior. Not on Anon's or Olivia's part. Anon technically assaulted her, you know? I'm just saying, you can say what you want, but like... Like, that's why Inko uses the Flash. It's his, you know, he's... It's metaphorical to some level. Mia's seething, and Ben looks like a beaten... Like, also, if Anon actually used the Flash, it would be interesting, because then he's using Ben's weapon against him. Ben gave something freely, and Anon is using... You know, fuck it. I'm just saying that a really good writer would find the story in there and use it, or maybe not at all. I don't know. I'm not a good writer, so I wouldn't know if it's good or bad. Ben looks like a beaten dog, and Scaler looks somberly accepted. Very well. Circumstances in Mr. Yadakon's personal testimony do paint Ms. Moretti as the aggressor. Tell them how you blinded me, Anon. Mia growls through her teeth, digging her claws through her leather jacket sleeves. But does she hope that'll do? Fine, fuck it. If it gets her off their back, I'll open my mouth and... If I may, Mrs. Scaler, Miss Moretti cannot be telling the truth. What? In fact... Anon did not bring his camera the day in question. It was actually some importance, as during the previous period, it delayed its participation in the project. Oh shit. Yadakan, don't do it! Don't do it, Yadakan! No! Don't do it! Be the bigger man. Why am I saying that? Are there any good songs here? Oh shit. Yeah, yeah! Yeah, I love this one! Yeah, I'll see this one. Ben holds one hand to his head and the other up to the teacher. I don't recall that, Mr. Yadakan. It was the day of the storm. We didn't have any projects. I'm very sorry, Ben. The apology sounds genuine, but has a hint of remorse as he follows up. But you are mistaken. I can produce my itinerary for the day, and the assignment was due the following day in question. Furthermore, Anon told me of the photos that same day and has only distress to gain from their release. And I doubt Miss Moretti was able to accuse him for making himself a pariah when she already harassed him. Wait, is his camera being present like a fucking factoid that matters? That's such a weird connection to make. I hope my confusion doesn't show so plainly. You mumble to yourself. You are not subtle. That doesn't sound right. No. In fact, I've brought my camera every day to school, except not to any of the other fucking side things you do for some reason. We didn't have any in-class assignments. Is he straight up lying? He stands to lose it too if called out on it. Mr. Yadakan must be a poker shark because his face is like a statue's, stoic and unflinching as he meets Skylar's eyes. Did the author realize that Anon actually assaulting Mia kind of complicates shit in a weird way? I mean, you know, Fics do have to solve for things retroactively because they're always written like in the moment and straight. They're not like books. They're not finished and then rewritten. So that's fair enough. I kind of like that. Like, fuck, if you're gonna have to do it retroactively. I see. Thank you for that input, Mr. Yadakan. I got something to say, actually, about our beloved Mrs. Helford. She's hardly innocent. Mia, hold on! That is a good idea. We should bring Olivia in for her side in the store. Really, Ben? Really, Ben? You can't just leave her alone. Haven't you done enough to hurt her? He's taken aback and mutely mouths the start of some sentence, but Mia prevents him. For all your information, Olivia is a secret of her own. Oh, she also knows about the fucking... Oh, is she gonna bring up the... My god. If we're gonna go there... Stop the music. If we are fucking going here, if she's gonna break up the contest in front of Scalar, I am all for it. Fuck, we're back. If that happens. We are back. Back in black, baby. If we're going there... Whoa! Whoa! That's good. Oh, yeah! Really, Ben. Okay. Now's my turn to... Mia, you better make sure whatever you say next is a damn kill shot! Even as my legs quake and buckle, Mia size me up and finds a resolute man standing his ground. There's a note of reconsideration as in the stunned silence. Can we not scream and put off the melodrama? Scalar sits unenthused, and Yadakan merely shrugs at her. Mia, what are you getting at? Ben lightly grasps her arm and she throws it. I can ruin it, Ben. I can... She meets my eyes again as if she can read my mind. She's screwed. She shows to cheat her out of everything. She does not realize she's lost. Yadakan sits at my side, tapping his index finger to the end of his beak. And when she looks at him, it finally clicks. We have Yadakan on our side. He's already shown willing to lie, and a white knight can't do a damn thing about the situation. No. No! No! Please. She's already willing to lie, and a white knight can't do a damn thing about the situation. She's used up all the goodwill that manipulative weasel could squeeze out of the school. Mia is the aggressor, and even if this is her first real disciplinary action, it wouldn't be nothing. How can she go on to accuse Olivia of plagiarism when it only benefited the bully who just got caught all but red-handed with blackmail material? That's a fair argument. That is a fair argument. I would prefer these adults make that claim, but whatever. Moreover, how can she prove any of it when Yadakan himself sits here in our defense? It's over. Mia, please calm down. We can still... Mia, please calm down. We can still... She shoves him out of the way, makes for the exit. Out of my fucking way, McKnight. Thanks for nothing. Ben sits dumbfounded and stuttering for a rationale. Some way out. Miss Moretti! Scalar's words stopped the red terror at the door. Given your testimony in wake of distraction and given your behavior this meeting, you are hereby given an in-school suspension to be... Why is everyone shunting her to Reef City continue... It's so weird. The room becomes more silent than the grave. Mrs. Scalar, you can't be serious. Isn't that a little harsh for a single incident of this small scale? I don't think so. And Miss Moretti, should there be another incident such as this occur before the end of the school, you'll be barred from walking with your class at graduation and expelled to take remedial classes. You're free to go, and you can expect instructions for the following month to be sent to your home. Mia doesn't move for a moment. No breathing, no quaking. No sign of rage at all. She does turn back a single eye and flickers wrathful embers, landing on Ben of all people. You've made that turn of phrase twice. I get it. I really do like that Mia seems to be entirely upset at Ben. Ben is the one who failed in this scene. Not Ayataka, not Inko. And I'm sorry. Might as well be Inko sometimes. Whatever. I'll rule that fucking shithole. Mia leaves, slams her fist against the open door, breaking the doorstop spring and forcing the handle through the dark. That's great. Great, I guess we'll just add up the cost of those repairs as part and parcel with this incident for everyone's sake. What a mess. Mr. Scale lunch was over and I have a class coming up. Would you need anything else from me? No, thank you, Trent. Always happy to help. Yatakan places a reassuring hand on my shoulder as he goes to leave. The look of disapproval sent Ben's way causes the blue weenie to shrink even smaller. Are you two still here? Sorry. You're free to go. Mr. Moose, should you prefer it, you have my permission to go home early today. Thank you, Mrs. Scaler. You're damn right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. At least with this one disaster averted, I feel significantly less anxious. Olivia is safe. Is she, though? I get the feeling you're kind of like in the middle of things. Let's put up Skin Row Soul. We haven't had a good old Skin Row Soul in a while, despite... I mean, because he's not like Anon. There's no Skin Row Soul to enjoy. How soul is this Anon? We don't know. We just don't know. I make a beeline for the front exit when I hear padding steps rapidly approaching. Anon, wait. Just one moment, What? What could you possibly want now? Oh, just... Oh, jeez, I'm sorry about all that. Yeah, sure, you fucking... See ya! He circles around me to stop me. Wait, and the other thing is... What did you mean? That having done enough to hurt Olivia? Are you serious? You treat her like shit every time you come near. You defend Mia like it's life or death, even when she's being a cunt. And you fucking ruined her life? Could I... Conflict twists his expression, throws a hand up to his mouth. She told me, Ben. Time to tell all. Fucking done with this shithole. Olivia told me all about how you could own to help yourself and wrote that article about her in freshman year. Relation lights up in his eye before they dim again in shame. Do you think it was just some fluke that she totally changed after that? Did you convince yourself she was just broken? And that you doing something good for her brought it out? And I assure you, I only had the best of intents. Oh, shut the fuck up! Because of you, she spent the last 4 years unable to trust anyone in constant fear that the people only saw for a disability. But who cares, right? You got your ball-busting girlfriend, and you can help her all day long, and she's thankful for it, right? Unlike that useless cripple. Looks like he's been stabbed, but I push harder. Right? No. Is that really what she thinks? Now that it's what I think too. What else explains it? Why didn't I question it? 4 years and I'm sorry, Anon. Fuck you're sorry. And fuck you! I deserve that. You mess with things, haven't I? I feel like I'm losing it lately. Maybe I have been for a while now. What are you losing exactly? I'm skeptical it's this easy. This guy acts so superior for 4 years and crumbles in a minute to some asshole he hardly knows? Not likely. You've done it for a few months. You're in the same class. You've done assignments together, man. You've had moments. Everything. I can't say much more than that. Life ever tries to keep everything balanced. A happy ending for everyone. It's not possible, Ben. Everyone loses sooner or later and has to deal with the bad. Here's yours and Mia's. Realized it too little too late, I'm afraid. How's Olivia given all this? I don't know. Probably worried about me. We wouldn't be in the situation if it weren't for Mia, you know. I'm sorry, Anon. I can't do more than say that. Mia, she isn't a bad person, but... He trails off, realizing I'm not one for excuses. Olivia and I were friends at some point, can you imagine? What an odd group we'd all make today. Mia, Liz, Damien. Olivia, you and myself. What a mess. What a mess indeed. Honestly, Ben, well-meant mistake or not, I think you deserve nothing short of a kick in the nuts. That being said, I don't feel like I'm the one who should be delivering it. Are you really sorry for everything? As much as I possibly can be. Tell Olivia that. expect some big friend group, but maybe someday she can hate you a little less. If you're worried, maybe more. Don't know. That's her choice. Maybe you're right. I need some time to think about what I'd say. We can't wait forever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm getting the fuck out of here to end the second worst day of my life. Concern crosses his face, but nods and heads back down the hall he came from. A few peers I pass in the hall and jeer, and even somebody throw water bottles at me. Some prick also piss missiles a can at my head, which I narrowly stumble out of the trajectory. That fucker did it hot foots away, and everyone who'd been watching starts playing dumb and cuts it out themselves. This first day wasn't as bad as rock bottom either. So what'll come next, it'll be hell. People printing photos of shoddy phone pictures they've already taken, hentai slipped into my locker, and just about everyone thinking of me as some sort of degenerate. Getting to happen is like walking away from nuclear ground zero. I could feel the event radiating behind me, punching holes through every fiber of my being. The metro ride home is empty, and I find my thoughts drowned out by the monotonous hum and grind of the railway car. The remaining walk home passes by in the blink of an eye. I stand at the threshold of my one-room apartment. My eyes rove everywhere but see nothing. I just lay down in bed, not even bothering to kick my shoes off. It's like a pit in my stomach. Feels like the pit in my stomach is liable to drop straight through me to the earth scroll at this rate. But I can't even muster tears. Fucking be a fucking bin. Enabling her. I can't have anything good in my life. I check my phone absent-mindedly to see a message from Olivia. The Atticant said you left school. Are you okay? It's an easy one. No. Why does he include the period? Come on! There's a long delay in the next message, considering she usually instantly ignites with the read tag. Considering how it instantly ignites with the red tag. Okay, just try to relax here tomorrow. I don't answer that text. I don't like lying to her. Minimizing the messenger app, my lock screen is the photo I taken of Olivia. She dozed off after the arcade trip. That curls my lip upwards slightly. She doesn't know about it, but it felt less creepy after we got together? Damn it, I don't even know if that's what happened. All this shit happened, and who knows what backlash she'll get for hanging out with some creepy weeb. Toss my phone onto the side table and roll over. Depression, sleep, activate. My eyes shut, but my mind refuses to wind down for an indeterminate time before I'm taken by luckily by dude. I hate it when people write this. It's like, just fucking go, man. I don't care. I don't go to school the next day, the day after that either. I got called out both times. The secretary lady is nice. She must recognize the name because her voice switches from disinterest to sympathetic both times. Small, practically nothing, but unexpected nonetheless. Olivia tries to text me next, and Damien sends his rambling paragraphs that shift from sympathy to bizarre and related topics. Even Liz sends me a much more heartfelt apology about how school hasn't been able to remove the posters before the student body arrived. Well, they couldn't do it. And she isn't Stuco, so it's kind of weird, right? I don't hold it against anyone but Mia, but Liz's explanations help dissuade any possible resentment. The janitorial crew doesn't come in until an hour after start, and no staff had seen the posters since they were all near the student entrance. I really was fucked from the get. The game was rigged from the start. I don't know anything on my days of rest. Just lie awake looking at the ceiling for hours. This is how it was right after the first time too, except now I don't have any parents to be sadly disgusted with me while refusing to help at all. Improvements. Luckily, I don't start going schizo like last time and daydream some escapist fantasy. I was living that dream, and that seems to have bungled too now. At some point in the afternoon, I think. If the light flickering from the window is any indication, I hear a knock at the door. I'm not old enough to think Girl Scouts would come here anymore. My pick of a landlord actually forbids them for some fuck-ass reason. There's a very short list of people, but I want to loot myself. I stand there for the first time in days and walk towards the door. Oh, he stands for the first time. Anna, when do you take a piss? My hand hesitating on the knob. I sigh expectantly and open the door. Sure enough, there's Olivia, looking worried. The look of worry quickly morphs into irritation, seeing me laugh though. So, you're playing hooky? Yeah, I guess, technically. I get called out. The school knows. She's gonna invite me in. Olivia's lips are pursed and eyes narrowed as she tries to read me. It ain't that complicated, I'm afraid. Oh, sure, whatever, come in. I make room for her and she'll be used past. She keeps rubbing at the end of his snout every now and then. Weird. Didn't think they got any allergies.
We don't. Dude, honestly, you reek.
What? No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Saurians have sensitive smell, you know that, right? Are those the same clothes as Monday?
Kind of embarrassment hits me as how gross I must seem. No, I just sewed a bunch of the same outfit. Seriously, check my closet. She just that. She doesn't trust you, man. If she doesn't trust you about your fucking clothes. If only the distance is so from me. I feel worse. She perused my closet and verifies I have a fuck ton of the exact same fit. She mumbles something about dressing like a shit-tier anime MC. No, you dress as a shit-tier anime NPC. You don't have the cool black hair. Before addressing me directly.
Okay, where's the last 2 days of clothes?
Fuck. I frown and gesture what I'm wearing, and she crosses her arms with a scuff. Look, I know. I didn't expect you to come by today. Make my way to my bed and sit down forcefully.
So, you did ignore my text.
Not all of them. Shakes her head, and frustration melts away as she sadly asks,
What's wrong, Anon? You can tell me.
I know that. I do. I just don't want to. Like admitting a dark secret in a way. I'd already ruined my life once. But fuck it. Olivia's already here. I need to tell her something. It's over. Mia dumped the biggest dirt of my life. I don't get a few days to mow on my social standing. Just because it happened once doesn't mean doesn't mean it gets any easier. Even so, she takes my words. Will be given hell for the next 8 months, or however long is left in the year. I just need some mental prep.
By what? Sitting in the dark, rotting?
Her harsh rejection stops me in my tracks.
You heard me.
She was close to me, placed her hand over my eye, the most tender gaze I've seen.
You need to get the fuck over yourself, Anon.
What the fuck? How could you say that? You saw it, so everyone's
Gonna what? Dude, you told me yourself you'd face whatever Mia threw at us when we went to Iaticon. Did you fucking lie to me?
I will. I just need time, as I said.
Okay, it's been 2 days. Want another week to throw your pity party? We'll make it a pity fiesta. A nice multi-day marathon to pity you.
What the hell is your
deal? My deal? And when you're overreacting, and you're pussing out like a bitch right now.
Random speeches.
No one even fucking cares anymore. You get that this isn't rock bottom or whatever, right? People stopped caring the next day. They have more important things to do than ridicule you. They want to make art career, Anon, not mock some loser.
Oh yeah, so you're telling me everyone just forgot that? No one asked about me?
Yeah, they did. I told them to fuck off before I death roll them.
Holy shit, Olivia's actually a fucking character. Holy hell, she's not just a stupid waifu. My god! The scowl is making me genuinely take stock again.
Who cares what they think anyway, Had plans to be Mr. Popular?
No.
Wanted to run for student council if they have a runoff? Gonna go for prom king? No! Then take your own advice. Anyone who cares about you won't think of you any differently.
Really? That's a tough thing to confront. No one's immune to propaganda, and seeing something so embarrassing invariably has some effect on perception. Even friends. Close friends, right?
Well, actually. Now I know you have a trash taste in waifus. Fooly, cooly, man, really? You're a plebeian who doesn't understand the deep complexities of a character. Now you just have a trash taste in women.
You do know he likes you, right?
But I knew that, because even if everyone else hates you, I'm still here. That means something, right?
Yeah, but I will say that as much as I really, really like having punk-ass Olivia, this kind of goes against a lot of her earlier characterization, and I'm a little annoyed you saved all the good shit in a moment that just feels wrong now. Yeah, but I don't know what that fully means. Both so close. We can feel each other's breath. Are we about to? Olivia pulls away and covers her nose.
Seriously, Adam, if you didn't just sit around for 2 moments, that could have been a moment.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Wish I'd been able to see this all by myself. She's right. What do I care if I got my crew? None of them will turn on me. You know, unless I do something real heinous. So at least they didn't You know, unless I did something real heinous, so at least I didn't Photoshop a young anime girl with myself. I'm not a ped like some of the smelly bits on it. So, on this note, right, didn't Anon canonically have ecchi? Isn't ecchi like the underage stuff?
Like, isn't canon? Isn't canon anon? Isn't canon anon? Doesn't he have ecchi? I think it's mentioned like exactly once in the original script. Hold up, we're looking this shit up. And Fang is like, what the fuck is this? I don't know how to spell ecchi though. Don't know how to spell ecchi. I mean, that's a good thing, but you know what I mean? Anime, oh, it's ecchi without the E. Double, Shit, this can't find it. Is it in a bonus chapter, or was it, like, in bed? I think it was them sitting on the bed or something. I think the best way to find it is we just open a whole bunch of fucking chapters, and I just, we go for it. Hold on, I need to figure this out. I hate that. Go over there. You sort yourself out. This, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and I don't think it's in there because it wouldn't make any sense. Find in projects. I want to find it. Open alt documents. Ecchi. Wrap around. Just fucking find it, man. 0 hits. Okay, so it's not in here. Well, I didn't expect it to be. I think it's in the core game somewhere. Close multiple tabs to the right. I love options like those. It's like, man, just fucking get rid of the shit. Maybe it was the C ending, because the C ending is a bit more coarse, right? Yeah, the C ending is a bit more coarse. Really? It's not in there? I really thought this happened. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open a whole... God, the big problem with these big, flashy-ass titles is that it is a little hard to get your hand around things. Can I really not look like that? Like, I thought your Windows Explorer can still look into, like, files directly, right? Gosh. Maybe it was one of the D endings or otherwise. This is an important thing to verify, because if I got this wrong, I do kind of sound like an asshole. No, it's not in there. Really? I really thought that happened. I guess I'm confused. Maybe it happened in a mod, and that's why I'm getting mixed up. It has been known to happen. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take that out of the... until I can get a verification on that later. If someone in the comments could please get that one cleared out for me, that'd be great. You know what they say, Luigi. Where were we? Well, that's one way to look at it. But, exactly, I mean, what kind of girlfriend would I be if, She checks in her own words, wide-eyed looking in confirmation. Is that, so we're, I stand up, pumping both fists here. A cutie gator girlfriend! A cutie gator GF. My upper sets the dog in the apartment below into a frenzy, and I swear, my name, we don't need to rub it in, asshole. I thought these houses were built better than that. But that might just be my own psyche hyping me up more. You don't need to rub it in. Well, he is a dog. Or it's another neighbor. Olivia starts batting me with hands. Stop! You're making it weird! Throw my arms around Olivia. I can hear her nostrils clamp shut. I do appreciate that Olivia's the one to deliver the news, though. I make it quick. Thanks, Olivia. I guess we both need someone to say that we're being dumb fucks. She reciprocates, but avoids nuzzling into my musky shoulder. Musky is a very polite way of putting it. Yeah, well, I'm glad I could help. We release each other, and she juts a clawed finger to me. I better see your ass at school tomorrow and bring your camera. I have painting to do, and I expect 100 references for each day you made me wait. Too nervous to start from memory, weren't you? 110 reference shots per day. I better have 4K of every pebble in that park.
Whatever you say, Olivia, if anything.
Anything if it helps.
Both share a long gaze with each other, just smiling. When she finally breaks, it's off to yell at me again. Time for this this time for the horrific gurgle in my stomach makes tipping off that I've been starving myself. I almost have to physically bar her from the kitchen as she insists she cook. I take umbrage with that, seeing as it's my fault and I made her worry. Eventually settles on staring me down the whole time as I cook us spaghetti with red sauce and ground beef. You cook something? Ugh. I gotta commend myself for the final product. Despite Olivia's curt good, she devours the whole plate to stop herself from eating mine and validating no point from earlier. We talk a little about her plans. Why can Anon suddenly cook? We talk a little bit about her plans for the painting. Most are revolved on getting around exactly what I need to capture in the references and her plans to use certain techniques or specialty paints. She brings up an interesting point, though. She says that it's actually been eating her so much that she may just show Yataka the painting before it's done. That's out of the ordinary, but she says that that's been something that she should have done a long time ago, and she just needs to show her progress. Don't think that's a bad idea, and I'll say I'll support her whatever way she chooses to go about it. Eventually, it comes time for me and her to see off, and she threatens that if I'm even a little musty the next day, she'll douse me in oil paints to cover it up. I'm pretty sure those are the infamous ones that require a fire safety warning, so I'll promise I'll literally bathe in cologne. For some reason, she doesn't like that idea either. Women. She's sure a woman. Not like that. I see her out and plan my back as though she leaves. As the oddest thrumming in my chest, like the separate chambers of my heartstone flips. It feels like I've been standing still most of my life. Any sort of change is terrifying. But it doesn't make me feel sick anymore. It's almost validation of some sorts. Evaporation of an unspoken fear. I have issues with the fact that Yatakan's going to fucking die. Because I've mentioned before, the big reason that Yatakan dies is it matters. Right? The big thing with Yatakan dying is that it's a moment for Inko. It's a moment for Inko and Olivia to realize that they have, in fact, waited down the clock too much. But really, it's supposed to be a big moment for Inko to finally decide for himself who he is and what he wants. The problem is, I've already mentioned this in Punch Drunk Gator, you can't just kill off Yatakan in some contexts, because in some contexts, he has other stuff to do. Like, his death is a very important point, and it has a very specific purpose. And I don't think this story would benefit from Yatakan dying. Outside of the context that his death is kind of hinted at already, I don't think you should kill him off, man. I think you could keep the core of the story without doing that, but whatever, man. We're going there because this guy just fucking repeats the story beat for beat, so going off course would be fucking weird in some ways. What do the comments have to say? I do like the Mia scene. That was good. I do feel that they probably should have gone there and have the teacher's actual spell out that, no, that's not going to work, Mia. Just so that Mia gets that little extra kick in the teeth, but whatever. Oh, man. Inko is basically blank slate protagonist. I mean, technically Anon is too, but for a specific audience. He's blank slate for an audience. I posted on another thread, but Ben's secret to being psychotic should have been. Why would you call it his secret of being secretly psychotic? This is double up, man. I mean, this isn't a story ring. This is just a comment, so fuck it. But you know what I mean. Should have been handed over to Inko. Not only would it have given him a much sharper and more defined personality, it would also serve as a wonderful subversion to Anon, where Inko calls himself a retard or a spurg, with us automatically assuming he's just antisocial like Anon, and halfway through the game, the player realizes he's being quite literal about it. If you're going to make your character mentally have issues, you need to be so fucking careful. You need to talk to people that are psychotic, that have psychoses, because you need to effectively display a version of reality that is fundamentally wrong. And you need to know how and why it's wrong. It makes ending one make more sense, though. I mean, that's kind of what it becomes. He becomes psychotic without the... Man, the votes aren't going well. The votes for what's going to happen next is like Tory and nothing else matters. And I'm like, man, I kind of want to do nothing else matters. I kind of want to have the guys kiss. Just have the dudes kiss. Just smooch already. That hit where Olivia tells Anon to get a grip is such a fucking great turnaround from SG, where if that's it, it's a permanent wedge. The context provided you. Where's a Megadonus? On one, that's understandable. As Olivia, okay, where's this commenting on? Okay, so that guy. It's really hard to tell where. I really do like this thing about Reddit, where like, in the old version, they have like little dashed lines that tell you exactly where a branch started and comes from. And I think more common sites that do like the indentation thing should do that. It makes it so much more readable for dissecting comment threads. On one end, it's understandable, as Anon cannot say to Olivia, get over yourself, when he himself didn't do that. But on the other hand, his situation is much more fucked up than hers. I mean, a few months ago, Anon got doxxed the whole school, then got harassed by his schoolmates constantly, and then his parents displayed utter fucking lack of support. Then he moved to another state to be poor and alone in a new school where he would be a minority, and then he got doxxed again, and people started harassing him again. Olivia Lance, she could have handed an unfair win 3 years ago and wasted 3 years of her life sulking like a little bitch. Seriously, the situation is downright uncomparable, yet Olivia goes, reap what you sow to Anon. I mean, that's how she wants it to be in her head. So it's going to be funny when you're not going to die in a few days. It's going to be Olivia that'll be sulking for weeks. We have a touchdown. Finally, some proper Anon Olivia shipping. Damn. The only thing I would add to this episode is that when asked for the pain during dinner, what he was doing in Olivia's room, Anon would say that they were on the bed, and Olivia showed him her chest. It was heavy and full in his hands. The reaction for the rest of the family would be comedy gold. God damn it. I don't think Anon has the guts to do that. What is B flat referencing? It's the tone that gators make when they get horny. Are you taking aphrodisiacs in audible form? As for the resolution, Armageddonus, please. As for the resolution of the Mia situation, I don't know what to say. On one end, seeing Yatakan still alive makes the principal seem properly different, and Mia rightfully receives punishment this time. But on the other, it feels like you made Mia worse than in Wani. When you made that detention scene with Anon and Mia, it made me remember how she reacted when she punched Ben in the prom scene. Despite the bitchy facade, she still cared about him. In this chapter, I don't feel that at all. If anything, you made Mia dumber. It's obvious that Iatakan was going to testify against her, seeing that he had to use the horny stick against her, and seeing how close he was to Olivia. It's not secret knowledge. The fact that he attacked Anon so openly is fucking stupid all on its own. Even in Wani, she did nothing against Olivia even after Trent has died, with the prom reveal scene being completely accidental. I'm also surprised that Ben hasn't been caught in the crossfire as well, since Scalar caught him red-handed protecting a long-time bully that harassed and doxed other students. And this time there's no Mia blackmailed him to reveal his mental problems to save him. It all makes me wish that Ben got removed from his function and Mio sent to behavioral therapy. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Mio's undercooked. She has a very narrative purpose and little outside of that, which is a shame because I wanted to fucking kiss already. God damn it. Just kiss already! Slamming the action figures together, but nothing happens. Where were we? She pretty overtly threatens him in E4 too. I think that's because it's supposed to be the big fantasy. Ben, for his part, is only guilty of defending someone. He abused his position in school council and lied to Scalar for a long time to protect a bully just because he was dating said bully. This is more than he defended someone. This is factual corruption. Wrong as he may be, Scalar can't portion out all of him. Ben should at the very least get detention. Since he didn't, he still burns himself out. I still don't. So Yatakan's fucking dead, right? We have that confirmed. I hate it. I hate it so much. What's weird is that he's there in the same chapter a little earlier. Must have partied too hard with a fan, or he's fighting off the Function forces, even both equally likely. So Yadakan comes to the pains. We're having some weird switch ups here. I kind of want to read the comments. It's always a great way to get some. I want to see a Megadonus in particular because he always has the right insight. I don't know how to feel about the whole thing. Like she still gets to show him the painting. Like at that point, why the fuck did you kill him? Like if he's gonna see the painting, then what's the regret? You're kind of undermining your core element here. Oh, here's a Megadonus. I have to admit that inviting Yadakan to the pains makes his death hit differently than in the game. In this game, his death hits like a sneak attack. It's all too sudden to be narratively satisfactory, but at the same time, that hits the important lesson that no, we don't have all the time in the world, and the more we wait, the more opportunities we miss. Personally, wish that I learned this lesson 15 years ago. Yeah, whoa. But in this fic, his death feels like the death of a family member, especially what he said during the stay at Pains. Now, I think about it, Olivia should survive this whole ordeal as good as N1, or maybe even better, considering she managed to show the pay to give warm words to him. I'd be surprised if N1 going to be fucked in the long run, though, since his photography skills are already in shaking grounds. With Trent gone, no good teacher teaching the skills. Yeah, also Ben isn't helping him. The only thing I think is missing is Ben's realization that he never managed to amend his situation with Olivia before Yadakan died. After all, in this AU, Yadakan was in the principal scene and personally witnessed Miev and Ben fucking over Olivia. The fact that this would last... Oh, anything else to say? Grieving will be longer. Interesting. Olivia's grieving should be the shortest, seeing as she managed to show Yadakan something, and she at least has got some accolades from him. If anything, Olivia will be angry at Yadakan for not telling him the truth. Yeah, that's a fair one. Or maybe even angry at herself for not noticing anything wrong. Literally, the last thing she did was give him a big fucking bear hug. She should have noticed something. Or maybe planned a little double whammy, or at least reveal that Olivia knew that something was. She just delusionally believed that if she ignored reality, then she'd be alright. I think the best way for Ben to repent for his sins will be to become Anon's photography mentor. Anon needs someone that'll teach him the ropes with photography, and Ben needs to redeem himself for failing Yadakan. Hmm. I still stand by that you shouldn't just kill Yadakan. Not that I changed my mind or anything. But like killing Yadakan is it's like people think, right, that just because he dies in the main story, he should die in every other AU and timeline. And I'm like, no, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. You should not kill him. You should make it work. And if you're gonna sidestep so many of the initial problems that make his death meaningful, then why even bother? Like, I get that it's part of the core point, but you can do it another way. To figure something else out that's not as like, because, oh my god, I forgot where, but I saw a post or comment or something. It was someone giving writing advice, and he told you, don't kill characters. He said, killing characters is extremely permanent, is extremely emotional, extremely sensitive. It is the worst thing you can do in your story. And unless that death is the only way to do what you're supposed to be doing right now, don't kill characters. If it's a horror story and people die, fine. If it's an action flick and you're establishing threats, fine. If it's a normal daily drama and someone just fucking dies, no! Don't just kill people! And again, in Wani, it kind of makes sense. It's part of the grid. I'm just gonna roll over and be a little angry. Hey, not like the banana. It's a good day to have a good day angry. So yeah, has this gotten better? Yeah. But I think the death scene on the Iadicon is gonna get me. It's gonna get me the wrong way. Let's just take a little sneak peek. We're already an hour. I didn't think this would take an hour, but at some point I think I slowed down a little too much. I like how Ferris shows up for a little and just fucking vanishes. I mean, he's busy the whole day. He's got shit to do. Does Mia show up in any of this? She got mentioned a bunch. Why is oh Anon is calling Mia? Really? Oh, his fingers are too cold to use. Is that even how that works? Like the phone doesn't use your heat for that, right? Oh, there's a good reason if you give someone your phone, you have them make a call for you that you listen to the hello. Also, Anon has to call the number, but why did he have to talk to her? Oh, we'll find out next time. I don't know where I stand, man. I don't like when these things get my hope up, but this was good. This was nice. This was not terrible.